He can knock it down. He hadn't done it recently, but he's got it in him.
Giannis down low, had Jaren Jackson Jr. on him. The Memphis Grizzlies can run #1 in the league in fast break points.
Transition, they're #1 in the league in blocks.
Jaren Jackson Jr. 4th in the league in blocks. That's Conchar, a product of Purdue-Fort Wayne.
Where? You can't get into a jumping contest with Zaire Williams, John Conchar, Jaren Jackson Jr. You got to box him out.
Rebound goes to Jackson Jr. A lot of respect around the league for Chris Middleton. Giannis up against Jackson Jr. Rebound to Bobby Portis. Giannis went outside, now he goes inside. Too strong. Jackson Jr. off the hook, no good. Steven Adams, top of the league when it comes to offensive.
That time, just that high kiss going hard right.
7-0 Milwaukee run, they're up by 4. And it'll remain that way. Shot clock is off. Culver leads the break for the Grizzlies. They've got plenty of time on the shot clock. Long stride by Jackson Jr.
You know, Bobby Portis, he's normally, you know, he's more he's that bench punch offensively that you were used to last year. He's been a starter since the Brooklyn game. Connaughton, George Hill, you know, Bobby Portis, he's normally, you know, he's more he's that bench punch offensively that you were used to last year. He's been a starter since the Brooklyn game.
Taking care of the basketball was of note after the Atlanta game. Another offensive rebound. Anything defensively you see here from the Bucks? Looked like they were in a zone there. We'll keep an eye on that. 0 points in the first quarter for Chris Middleton. He now has 5. All the styles come back around.
Got a hair out of place. It's a little different approach with your generation. Curling around the corner, and he's really good also with offhand finishes.
Coach Bud, quite the mastermind when it comes to out of timeout plays. Jackson Jr. bodies his way to 2 points. Set play calls offensively are the same as well. Giannis slows it up and finds George Hill right underneath the basket.
Assigned to sprint down the sidelines as hard as he can, give up the body, attract some defenders toward him. Same principle for the Bucks, that gunner run.
And they have a feel for one another. I know it was talked about a lot in the finals, but when I asked Chris about it, especially on those lobs, he says, hey, it's just a look.
Yeah. So a lot of the onus offensively, on the perimeter at least, on John Morant's shoulders.
Jackson Jr. trying to pick up some of the slack that you were talking about. Memphis Grizzlies jersey, so you can be in the stands with the right gear. I like that. Jackson Jr. in the middle of the defense finds an open.
That Steph Curry, it's all those dynamics at play. Nice job contesting by Jaren Jackson. Now it's all about hot potato basketball. Find the open man.
Pat Connaughton's second three-pointer. Jackson Jr. draws multiple defenders, scores anyways. Just good basketball, good offense.
Yeah, no, that's just great post play. That freeze move, that's been around for a long time. I mean, James Worthy, one of my contemporaries, one of the best in the business, kind of that look away. But that's not the idea. You're coming back right fade. But you want all the body weight. Your body can't go 2 directions at the same time.
It elevates over people. I've asked him, like, do you ever get nervous that you're going to get blocked? And he's like, I just got to keep my form the same every single time. Can't worry about the defense. Bucks prevent the second chance points by the Grizzlies. They're on their way. Drew Holiday season opening.
On John Morant to get the block in the paint. Show him a bunch of bodies. He wants to be a jump shooter. Let him be a jump shooter tonight.
Jackson Jr. going to the basket again. Crosses his body through traffic. Gets to the other side of the basket. Finds himself 17 points with 3:33 to go in the third quarter.
Don't need a pretty face to be successful in that business.
Drew cutting. Wesley Matthews in the corner. Drew cutting. Wesley Matthews in the corner. Grizzlies on the run. Ja Morant in transition.
He caught that thing on the move and then put it into another gear to blow by Dante.
Giannis can do it too. Long strides. Got fouled as well.
Steven Adams is coming out of the game, but Jaren Jackson Jr. is on the floor. He's an outstanding offensive rebounder. Winning games on this level is not an easy thing to do. I don't care who you're playing against. We see upsets all the time, and this is one of the top teams in the league, and they got to feel good in terms of just being in a position now in terms of finishing at the rim. So his best bet was to initiate contact and get to the free throw line.
Did just that. Ja had to think about who he was kicking it to. Off the backboard there. Bucks recognize the horn set by the Grizzlies. We've seen that on both ends. No whistle, so we keep playing, and there it is.
And so you say, well, he's 6'11", Bobby's 6'10", but he's 6'11".
Makes it look effortless. 23 points for Chris Middleton. He goes again.
But that was a dagger three. I don't mind that. Chris is trying to put this team away. Just demoralize his team with that three-point shot if he would knock it down.
That's Jackson Jr.'s first three of the night. Chris in a different part of the office, all the same though. Shot clock was winding down. Chris in a different part of the office, all the same though. Shot clock was winding down. Jaren Jackson Jr. has been to the free throw line 8 times. Grizzlies not giving up in this one. Jackson Jr. No threes in the first half, 2 in this quarter.
Just got to stay patient. If you're Giannis, get the shot you want. The worst case scenario.
How do you respond? Jackson getting the block on the big guy. Giorgio guarding Ja Morant. Drew slips, but does George get the steal? He outruns Ja. For Ja Morant. Another foul.